All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please subscribe and like if you like stuff like this, because this is gonna be the new style of content on this channel. And yeah, so I've been working on a bunch of new videos that are pretty controversial, but I had to put those to the side for a minute because a new developing story came out that I needed to talk about, and it is this. Monday, April 13th, 2020, Bernie Sanders is now endorsing Joe Biden. Man, American politics have become such a joke nowadays. I don't know how anybody still takes this stuff seriously. But that's also why we need to be paying attention to all this and hold people accountable. But all right, let's listen to what they say real quick. Let's listen to Bernie Sanders talking to Joe Biden. Here we go.
In this campaign to support your candidacy, which I endorse, to make certain that we defeat somebody who I believe, and I'm speaking just for myself now, is the most dangerous president in the modern history of this country. A president, and you made this point, who downplayed this pandemic, who ignored the advice that some of his people were giving him, who has not used the Defense Production Act early on so that we could produce the masks, the gowns, the gloves, the ventilators that our medical personnel desperately need, who today, because I understand that is threatening to fire Dr. Fauci, who has been an unbelievable, who has been day after day the voice of science to the American people, trying to explain how we go forward in this crisis, and he's threatening to fire him. So to me, for all of those reasons and so many more, a president who apparently has never read the Constitution of the United States, who believes he's above the law, a president who lies all of the time, a president.
I just want to point out too, I want to pause it real quick and just point out all Joe Biden's responses so far have been just like generic responses. Like even when he talked about the doctor guy and stuff, it didn't even seem like I don't want to put ideas in anyone's heads, and I don't want to make up any lies, but it didn't even seem like he knew who the guy was. He was just like, it's like sometimes when someone's telling you something in a conversation, you don't really even know what they're talking about, but sometimes you're just like, yeah, man, yeah. I feel like that's what he's doing here. Joe Biden seems, he's kind of a clueless fella. At least from what we've been seeing online, man. And do we have to play some of those videos? I don't think so. Let's keep moving.
Who has at least shown me that he is a racist and a sexist and a homophobe and a xenophobe and a religious bigot. I mean, for all of those reasons or more, we've got to make Trump a one-term president, and we need you in the White House. So I will do all that I can to see that happens, Joe. And I know that there is an enormous responsibility.
Let me pause it there again too. Listen, this is what I'm saying, man. Listen, American politics have become such a joke. It is not about the well-being of the American citizens. It's not about the well-being of America in general as a whole. It's not about the well-being of the earth as a whole. It's literally a personal agenda. And I never seen a time in politics that is as entertaining as this is right now, man. It's dark and it's something that needs to be addressed, but it's also like, it's entertaining, man. There's some crazy stuff, and it's happening right in the open, and it's amazing to me how anybody can still be on these people's sides, man. It's like, I understand how people feel about Bernie, you know what I'm saying? But we see the stuff that's happening with Joe Biden. We see all these crazy videos, man. And for some reason, people still choose to associate with this guy, and he's actually publicly doing the same things that they persecute Donald Trump for allegedly doing, and for a little voice recording that happened years ago. You know what I mean? Like of something that he was saying as a story that happened, not something that he's physically doing to like children, and not losing his mind, can't remember what he's saying. But if we listen back to what Bernie Sanders said, he basically said his job right now, his main motive is to get President Trump out of the White House. So he has a personal beef, a personal problem with President Trump, as many people do, because they're running off their emotions rather than logic and understanding and just truth. It's crazy that he's willing to get behind and support somebody who openly is doing these weird things with like these girls, forgetting his sentences, doesn't even know where he's at half the time, and they're trying to destroy President Trump. So therefore, they're willing to get behind and support a crazy guy like Joe Biden, who, man, let's be real, look at this guy, man. There's no way he is able to be the president of the United States and us feel secure and safe behind him, man. There's just no way. There's just no freaking way, man. We, like, if he becomes the president, we literally are just dependent on whoever's behind him, because he's just the spokesman, man. He's literally the puppet of all puppets at this point if he becomes president. So I don't know. Now, since day one of Donald Trump saying that he was running for president of the United States years ago, there has been this push, there has been this drive to destroy his character and assassinate his family's name and everything that comes with it. And to me, it seems kind of suspicious, and it seems crazy that people would rather have somebody that is clueless and that is creepy and that is just weird and that just really has no clue what's going on. They would rather have him be the face of their country and be their like mascot than somebody like Trump, who, whether you want to love or hate him or not based on his personality, his smart remarks or whatever, listen, man, this country is now, it really is, man. Other countries look at America now in a different light. They kind of respect us a little more. They really, really do. Whether you love or hate Donald Trump, he's willing to make these hard decisions, man. He's willing to stand up and just get behind what he says, and I feel safe behind him. I didn't used to, but we ain't gonna get into that right now because I have a video all about Trump coming up soon. I might even post it next. Who knows? So subscribe if you want to hear about that. The truth about Trump. But I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you guys support Bernie Sanders in his decision? Do you guys support Joe Biden? When you see these weird things that of him like touching these little girls in weird ways and them trying to get away and him just holding them there, when you see him messing up all his words, when you see him not even knowing where he's at half the time, do you feel secure with that being the president? I don't think any of these people lined up should be president, but I do say there is one person I do believe should be president. Hate him or love him, at this moment the best option we have is Donald Trump. And if you want to see America thrive at all in these coming years, we need to make sure we're paying attention and think for ourselves and not allow our friends and our family and the people on social media and in our schools to sway our decisions, to sway our minds, man. Get in there and think for yourself. Subscribe, tune in. These videos are gonna get deep, so subscribe, man, for real. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I'm gonna try to edit this and post this and get it up real quick since it's hot topic. And yeah, peace.